Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. This week is part 2 of the mom guilt video, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please leave some feedback in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. So have a great week. Bye! Tip number 4. Get at least one friend that is in the same situation as you. So for me, that is having at least one working mum that I can talk to, because as human beings, when we air things, we do tend to feel better when we have people to support us, or even just bounce ideas off people. And if you are in a stage of your life where you can't have that, where you don't have anyone else that is in the same boat as you, then Facebook is great. There's so many groups and stuff. I am in a working mums group on Facebook, and it has been amazing just bouncing ideas off each other when I just want to rant, when I'm at work on my breaks and I'm having just not a very good day, and there's always someone online. It can be online or in person or anything like that, but have one person that you can go to and just say, I need to offload. Because even though we have family and things like that, my husband, he is wonderful, but they don't quite get it, because I think as women we have this natural instinct and nature that we want to be there for our kids all the time, and we want to do everything, and you know, whether that's input in us or not, I think it's just because my husband does not expect me to do half the things that I do, but because it's instilled in me, I do struggle with that. I do feel like, oh my gosh, I need to do it all, and I need to do Superwoman and everything. But to have one person at least that understands where you come from can make all the difference, ladies. It is, for me, it has just been wonderful. I have a couple of friends who work as well and who choose to be working parents, and they do understand the struggle, and it won't always make you feel better. You know, it won't take the guilt away, and these, you know, things that I do doesn't take the guilt away completely, but just helps me to focus and to just know what my priorities are, and that I'm not doing anything wrong, and it just helps me to live my life better, if that makes sense. I do get days where I'm like, the guilt just overwhelms me about choosing to work and having to put my daughter in nursery 1 day a week, and grandma has her twice a week. But then I think about the other aspect of it of, well, actually she's playing with other kids, and when she goes to school she's gonna have to be around other kids and stuff, so it's preparing her for that, and she's getting special time with my husband, with her grandmother, and just to see that bond evolve is great. Just to have the support system of people that understand. And if you can't have that in person, like I said before, there's loads of Facebook groups and you know, things like that you can do. So yes, that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, and this is one I'm laughing as I say it, that I still struggle with now, because, and let me say what it is for. It's learn to say no. As you know, any kind of parent, we are busy anyway. Becoming a working parent or a working person, because I'm trying to, this can be for like any kind of relationship, it is hard. You need to prioritize and learn to say no. And this is something that I've only started doing recently. And the amount of stress it's taken off my shoulders is just amazing, because for the longest time since, you know, I felt like going back to work, I can still do it all. After, you know, I can still see everyone, you know, like I have before when I was at home on my maternity leave. I can still do all the hobbies and the things that I'm involved with. I can still do all of that and work full time and be a mum and be a wife. And it was hard. And it's still hard. It is exhausting trying to juggle all these balls and then put the mum guilt and not having as much time as you're used to or want to with your child in the mix of that. It is stressful. But learn to say no, because you can't do it all. Just say no and free up some time And don't feel guilty about saying no, because people who are your real friends and family will understand. And for me, God has blessed me with an amazing support system, an amazing, just amazing friends, a wonderful husband. And for me, I think I've learned that the reason I've not said no is not because people expected it of me, but more because I put that expectation on myself to have to do everything. And you don't have to explain yourself, because if you're juggling 100 balls, you should not have to explain to every single thing that you say no why you can't do it. If you just want to say no, you don't want to do it, free up some time to spend with your kids. It's okay. And let me tell you, it is a wonderful feeling to say no and just think, oh, I can just be and not stress. This week, I challenge you to say no to the next thing that you feel you do not have time for to do, you do not have the energy to do, you want to spend time with your kids. So if it's that'll spend time with your kids, just say no and comment below, let me know how that felt, because I can tell you it probably feels really amazing. Tip number 6, which is a big one that I have found helps with the guilt of being at work not getting out of control, and that is self-care. I have a few videos in mind for future, and a lot of them involve self-care, because I find that when on weeks where I've not taken as much care of myself or taken time for myself or done something for myself, I feel a lot more guilty. So what I have found with that is, if I don't take care of myself, I am going to feel more guilty. The guilt is going to creep in a lot more. It's going to be 100 times worse than what it really is, because when you're exhausted and breaking point and just tired and you feel like you can't deal with it all anymore, put guilt into that, you are going to feel more guilty. So ladies, take care of yourself. And Lucy, myself, take care of yourself, because I'm not good at that. So when I get up early for work, sometimes I don't rest until the evening when I get home, because I feel like I used to feel like as soon as I come home from work, I've got to, spend time with my daughter. I have to do something with her, and sometimes that would include not putting her down for naps, and that would make her cranky, and I would be stressed. But I just learned that self-care. So when she naps, sometimes I would just sit and do something that I enjoy now. I would sit and have a hot cup of coffee, which I forgot about my coffee and it's getting cold. Or I feel okay about going to band practices on a Monday night. Or like yesterday, my friend offered to have Amelia and she had a great time. So I got to catch up with some friends that I've not seen for a few months, and that was wonderful to I love my child, but it was wonderful to not have to worry about, is she okay? What is she getting into? It was just nice to be me with my friends, and that made me feel so much better when we picked her up to spend, that time with her before she went to bed. So yes, self-care is very important, and that is tip number 6, ladies. Stop sweating the small stuff and enroll help. Now, as parents, this ties in with some stuff I said before, but don't stress about the small stuff. And this is another one of my biggest things that I struggle with, because I do like to stay on top of everything, and I do like to be able to do everything that I sometimes, that I did before kids and stuff. But the reality of that is, once we get kids, it's a whole different ball game. You can't do the things that you did before, and how you did it, how much time you spent on it. So don't sweat the small stuff. This week, something I had to let go is keep my housework to the minimum. And it has been good, because because it was my full-time working week, the time I did have at home, I got to spend with my daughter, and that makes it worth it. And now I'm not saying that I'm not a little bit stressed about the house being messy, because I do like things being very tidy, but that's a whole different video in itself. But for me to deal with the guilt of not spending as much time with my daughter before is to create time for her. So for me, that means having to let go of the smaller things and say no to other things to be able to spend that time with my daughter, and that helps me. And by getting help from the people who live with you, for me that's my husband, and he has really stepped up this year, you know, helping with housework and the childcare, and it just takes pressure off me, and that helps me feel less guilty, because I feel like even though I can let go, my husband will, you know, help and pick up the slack and things for me to be able to spend that time with my daughter. So don't focus too much on the small stuff. Create time to spend with your children or whoever it may be that you want to spend time with, and don't be scared to ask for help when you can't do it all. And delegate, which I have gotten very, very good at this year since being back at work. So that is the tips that I've got for you, or hacks. I don't really know what you would call it, but those are things that I try and do and try and keep in mind when I feel the guilt creep in. And like I said, I don't have it perfected. I still get days and weeks where I feel overwhelmed, but it is so much better than when I first went to work, because I'm gradually learning the more the year goes on and the weeks go on, okay, that works, that doesn't work. So yeah, let me know what you ladies do, or if you feel guilty as well about, you know, being at work, or whether just you're at home, or, you know, even if you're a stay-at-home mum, and you don't spend enough time with your husband, because this can really be for anything, because there's always something that you know, as people, that we feel guilty about. I don't want people to feel that. I do want to focus more on like the working mum aspect of it, but equally I want more people to feel that they can relate to me, because even though I'm a working mum, I am a lot more than that. So yeah, if you guys let me know if you feel guilty as well, or if I'm just the only crazy one, then just comment below. If you just want to rant, you can personal message me if you want. And if you like this video and would like to see more of this kind of videos from me in the future, then give this video a thumbs up and comment below. And if you like this video, like my channel, then please subscribe. And I would just say that this is the first time I've done a video like this, so let me know if there's anything that I can improve on in the future, because like I said, I am quite new to this. It has just been nice to actually sit and talk about this, because like I said, some of the stuff I have learned from weeks going on, or talking to other mums, what other mums do. So yes, I will see you guys next week, and I really, really hope they enjoy this video. It has been slightly hard talking about it, because it is really hard once you have kids, because you just want the best for them, and you just love them. You want to give them everything, but without losing yourself in that. So with that, I am going to say goodbye and finish my coffee, and I will see you guys next week. So bye.